I've been going for a good while, man. Leclerc for the win. What time is that sprint race tomorrow? Hang on. Ferrari's on fire right now. Yeah, Simba, they're doing real good. Did I tell you I got The Dream is Alive on Blu-ray? It's very good, also very nice. Nice. That's cool. Can we take a sneak peek at Update 6? You want me to check it out right now? We can do that. Not the game, but, well, you know. Okay, so sprint qualifying is tomorrow. Oh, it's tomorrow afternoon. Good stream. Okay. Or no, that's UTC. So it's tomorrow. 14:30. What's 14:30 UTC? That's 10 in the morning. 10 in the morning? Oh, I gotta get up. Yeah, swag. I want to play more trains, but I also want to get up and watch that sprint race. Yeah. Thanks, Neil. Okay, yeah, you want to see the firework, the Satisfactory thing? Yeah, we could check that out. Alright, let's see. We'll take a look real quick. I'll switch us over to just chatting. Late night chat with viewers. Alright, let's wind down with this. Okay. Alright, let's see. Let's see what we got here. Alright. Let's see what's good.
Hi everyone, my name is Snoot. I work at Coffee Science Studios. I'm one of the community managers, and in today's video, we're going to be doing something we've never done before. We're going to reveal the next iteration of the game, Update 6, in its entirety. But also talk about how, starting with Update 6, things are going to be a bit different.
Alright. Firework, let's see what we got. What a nerd.
Just to put my cards on the table here, this video is going to be mostly an informative video about the update and what we're working on. You won't necessarily see too much of anything new today, because we still want to treat you to all the new things we've created in the form of teaser videos, devlogs, or, you know, videos where we talk about these topics in depth.
Didn't Snoot just say the opposite of that in the sentence before? That he wants to show everything now, and then we don't want to show everything now? Or am I stupid? Maybe I'm stupid. This is satisfactory, GNAC.
Want to reveal the core topics of this update up front, because we sort of want to set the stage for how we intend to work on the game going forward. I'm sure you're very curious about what's going to...
Is it just that I haven't slept in a long time, Yensid, or did he just say that? He said, we want to show it to you all at once, but we still want to show you regular teaser videos, so we're not going to show you everything. Am I stupid? Hold on. Hang on.
Hi everyone, my name is Snoot. I work at Coffee Science Studios. I'm one of the community managers, and in today's video, we're going to be doing something we've never done before. We're going to reveal the next iteration of the game, Update 6, in its entirety. But also talk about how, starting with Update 6, things are going to be a bit different. Mysterious. Just to put my cards on the table here, this video is going to be mostly an informative video about the update and what we're working on. You won't necessarily see too much of anything new today, because we still want to treat you to all the new things we've created in the form of teaser videos, devlogs, or, you know, videos where we talk about these topics in depth. We want to reveal the core topics of this update up front, because we sort of want to set the stage for how we intend to work on the game going forward. I'm sure you're very curious about what's going to be in the next update, but before we explore that topic, I need to talk about why this update is going to be different. So yeah, grab your popcorn, whatever. So we started working on Satisfactory back in 2016, and the game's been in early access for more than 3 years now. And yeah, we've been working on this game for a long time. And Satisfactory is a huge game, and there's a huge scope of what it could be. And we feel that it's important that we sort of come to terms with what the final release of the game should be. Like, what does Satisfactory version 1.0 look like? We've communicated in the past that we've been working towards 1.0, but what we haven't talked too much about is how we get there. At the start of this year, we took a long look at the planning, and we sort of realized that doing updates in the way we've done them up till now won't really align with the goal of us working towards the final release of the game. Previously, we've always sort of looked at what can we develop in the loose time frame that we set between updates. So like if there's work that needs to be done that won't fit that time frame, we've always kind of like pushed it for later. But doing it this way, it feels like we're kind of running a marathon in between updates, and what we'd rather be doing is look at what do we need to do in general to finish the game, and then take the time necessary to do so. And that's sort of exactly what we're going to do now. You know, it's been very exciting for us to make the updates we've made up until this point and package them in the way that we've done. But we sort of realized that if we're to reach 1.0, we can't really follow the same release cycle. It's more important for us right now to sort of focus on what's best for the game rather than like what's most exciting to do. And I know that this might be disappointing to some of you, because I know a lot of you are like really looking forward to these like big package releases. But the truth is, for us, the ever-looming dread that we're not living up to expectations of what you want to see in those major updates makes it really hard for us to plan and work towards the final release of the game. So here we are today, changing how we're releasing updates for the game. And we're also planning on doing development a bit more openly, showing you things, you know, as we're working on them. And we're going to start this off by revealing the content for our next update, which is going to be the update that comes after update 5, which probably is update 6. So yeah, update 6, which is a working title. Maybe we'll call it that. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be all about improving the exploration aspects of Satisfactory.
Also, I want to point out that Snoot has a really kick-ass Marshall stack behind him. Just thought I'd point it out, you know, before we just... Yeah. That's a really kick-ass Marshall. That's a really nice amp. I'm just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. All right, Panther. Yeah, good.
So update 6 is going to be a smaller update, and it's going to be an update that may stick around in experimental a bit longer than before while we work on it. It may seem odd that now that we finally break the silence after so long, we're doing it by announcing a smaller update. I just want to let you know that, you know, there are a lot of things that we have been working on between update 5 and now. And some things are going in this update, but many things will come later down the line. It all comes back to the thing I talked about before about how some things we don't have time to make in between updates, and we sort of need that extra time, and that's sort of what we're doing now. So, what does improving the exploration aspect of Satisfactory mean? The exploration aspect of the game is something that we've always felt was a bit lacking. Exploring the planet has sometimes even been a bit of a chore, so we kind of want to improve on that experience in a few ways. The main topics for this update are going to be environmental changes, changes to creatures. We're also making equipment additions, making improvements to the in-game map menu, and some general technical improvements. Since this update focuses on exploration, there won't really be any new like production chains or anything like that, but there is one major change that we're thinking of making that we kind of want your opinion on, and it concerns clock speed. So please stay around for that. We'll talk more about that later. Let's start by talking about the environmental changes. So first up, we're going to release another world update. We want to give the same sort of treatment that we did with Northern Forest to some of the other areas in the game that's been left kind of like unfinished for a while. So that means that the long-awaited Spire Coast is coming to Satisfactory in Update 6. This is a new biome that we haven't talked too much about, other than that it's going to replace the northern section of the map, and it's going to be a significant change to this area. So if you have any factors in that area, get him out of there, all right? Because like not only is it a huge environmental change, we're also gonna like move some of the nodes that are there, so be warned, okay? A while back we also showcased a new look of water, and we teased about rain coming to Satisfactory.
Frick.
We still haven't finished working on the rain,
Whoa.
so we're not like entirely sure if that's going to be a thing or not. But you know,
Dude.
we'll talk more about that and show more things as that comes.
That's
So,
cool.
The Sky Sphere is also going to get a pretty big revamp as well. So the overall like atmosphere on the planet will look a bit better, and the swamp biome is going to get a little bit of a facelift. Ooh. Let's talk about the creatures. So the creatures in the game are going to get a pretty hefty upgrade. We've been reworking their behavior and spawn system, and they're going to get an updated look as well. It's also possible that we'll add some new creatures, but we won't be able to add the big crab you saw in the reveal trailer back in 2018 yet. Sag. We are not ready to release that chonker just yet, at least not in this update. But you know, there's other things coming in this front. We also intend to make some changes to the equipment system and add some new mechanics to some of the weapons we have in the game. We still won't add base defense, okay? We also aim to resolve some of the existing issues surrounding the body equipment that's been requested in the past, such as, oh, I don't know, add maybe multiple body slots and tweaking equipment to fit that. I don't know, maybe. I mean, I actually am saying maybe because we're not 100% sure if that will make it into this update, but that is something that we are working on, so yeah. Now you know, okay? There's also going to be an improvement in how you interact with the in-game map, making it easier to use and serve more of a purpose in terms of planning your expeditions. So expect some quality of life features there. And it's also possible that we change how the radar towers function. There's also a couple of technical improvements to some of the underlying systems we're currently working on that will hopefully improve the overall experience of the game for some folks. We've reworked how assets in the levels are handled in memory to reduce draw calls and hopefully improve the overall render time. And we're currently reworking how foliage is handled to hopefully improve other aspects of the overall performance. There's also, of course, like a couple of bug fixes and network improvements here and there. We're always working on that. So that is kind of the main content for the update. Now, I did mention earlier that we're also thinking of making a change in how clock speed works in the game. So yeah, we're not 100% sure if we're going to make this change yet, because we kind of want your thoughts on this, and that's why I'm including it in this video. So yeah, here we go. If you didn't know, when you overclock a machine in Satisfactory, the power requirement increases in a non-linear fashion, and it's governed by this formula. It's here in the screen.
Power usage is initial power usage times clock speed divided by 100 times 1.6.
So if a machine requires 4 megawatts to produce a part at the default 100% clock speed, if you double the clock speed, it will now instead require 12.1 megawatts of power, which means if you do a lot of overclocking, you need more power than if you built more machines, essentially.
That's fair.
And the same is also true if you're underclocking a machine. So if you underclock, it will need less power. So a machine that requires 4 megawatts at 50% will instead need 1.3 megawatts, which is less than half of the initial power requirement. Hopefully that didn't sound too confusing, but that's how the system works right now. Maybe you knew, maybe you didn't. It's not super obvious.
Mid-math days.
So right now, the most efficient way to build factories in the game would be to put everything at 1% clock speed and build everything 100 times, which of course is not what we want people to do. So the proposed change that we have in mind is to just make all clock speed and overclocking and underclocking follow a linear formula. So if you overclock a machine by 200%, it will require twice as much power, and vice versa if you underclock. Possibly making it simpler to understand, maybe more what players might expect when they first try overclocking and stuff like that. Basically, what this means is that we're thinking of buffing overclocking and nerfing underclocking a little bit. The changes to clock speeds are intended to support players in the early game, but make it easier to improve their factories with overclocking without running into power increases that generally aren't communicated clearly. And for players in the late game, we're allowing them to build bigger and more efficient factories, essentially. Maybe you knew about this and you didn't think it was a problem. Maybe you do a lot of overclocking and feel like there's never enough power to go around. Maybe you've had this in mind all along and chosen to underclock a big portion of your factory. Like, we really want to hear your opinions on this if we're to try this out. So please let us know what you think. I should probably also point out as well that we're not currently
Right,
looking into
Bellum?
changing
Yeah.
how overclocking and underclocking works for power generators and extractors, as the clock speed on those functions a little bit differently. But it's always possible that we might want to change the clock speeds on power generators to follow a linear function as well. Maybe. We'll see in the future. But yeah, let us know what you think. So, there you have it. Those are the major changes that we're planning for the game in Update 6. And just remember that I'm just giving you sort of a high-level explanation of the content in the update. There's still a lot of things to show and discuss. This is just like the starting point in terms of sharing what we're working on in a more open way. We plan to make more videos in the future to talk more about these topics. So let us know if there's any particular topic that you're excited about specifically and wants us to cover in future videos on this channel. Thanks for watching. I hope you're as excited for what's to come in the next update as we are making it. And shit, I forgot to talk about the release date. So when is this coming? I hear you ask. Because I'm sure if I'd forgotten to mention this here, there would be thousands of comments asking.
We can watch it after this.
All right.
If you want.
So, yeah, when it comes to the release date for Update 6, we don't have like a date per se. We only have like an estimate, sort of, that we're basing our planning on. We only have sort of like a release windows that we're aiming for. But you know, since I like you folks so much, I'm going to share with you this information, all right? But remember that this is game development we're talking about here, so don't take this for granted, okay? But currently, we're aiming to release this update on experimental sometime in early June this year. I hate that I had to add that every time we... whatever. All right, anyway, I'm done. There's so much information here, all right? I hope you're as excited about this update as we are making it, and I hope this like aperitif of content that we're sharing with you today is something you're looking forward to hearing more about. So yeah, we're certainly looking forward to talking more about this and showing you what we've done. So as always, stay awesome, take care everybody, have a lovely day, and ciao for now.
All right. Well, that's...
It is blowing like crazy. I'm blowing it like crazy. All right, anyways.
Right. All right. That was strange. Anyway, yeah, they're redoing the whole northern shore, and that's where all my oil wells there. That's where all my oil wells are, and that's where they are. And yeah, spent a lot of time on those damn pipes. That's where the Archimedean valve and the fluid distribution system is. So, you know, that's gonna suck. But it's all right. Making the oil train go out there was pretty cool. So, did you see Charles Barkley last night on TNT? Reminded me of the last part of that video. No. His Twitter handle is bust the nut. You do the math. Nice. All right. Well, cool. It looks okay. I mean, yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I mean, yeah, gotta play some more Satisfactory so we get our use out of that freaking oil well that we made. Let's see. I think I have... Okay, the new tech tree for Railroads Online. We wanted to look at this, guys, so I'm just kind of looking through all the updates for all the games that we play. So this is the new tech tree for Railroads. They updated this yesterday, and then they just released another video. My sister was telling me. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so there's the Porter. Oh yeah, look at this. There's my Eureka. Yeah, this is the tech tree for all the dang locomotives. Look at this. Like, let's see. I want to see the late game stuff. What do we got over here? Oh, hell yeah. What else we got? Baldwin Endgame, dude. 482. That's pretty sick. 482 right there. White Pass, you got 460, 480. Look at these. Some of these locomotives, 1945 from that one. And then a 482 Baldwin 1436. D and RGW. Huh. The new Baldwin with the 52-inch drive does over 60 miles an hour. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. What is this, Jensen?
When a guy's banging you, I mean, he's just banging and banging and banging. When a guy's banging you, you spin off of him. Those are the worst defenders to play against, actually, because if you can feel their body, come on.
18 points for Joe.
The other guy couldn't hold it together. They couldn't hold it together. The other guy started cracking up. Oh my God. Yeah, because Baldwin is junk, Doddle. Yeah, Baldwin is junk. Screw that. Alco gang forever. Okay? You know, those Baldwins are all fine and dandy, all right? But look at this. Look at this. Alco 2882 Rio Grande Southern Class L57. 2882 articulated, baby. Look, oh, ew. Get that crap out of here. Simple articulated 2662. NDM. Yeah. Alco. Alco is superior on all fronts. Baldwin is caca. Change my mind. Oh, wait, don't change my mind. Because you can't, because you're wrong. Got him. Look, man. Look. All right. Look. Never saw Baldwin make anything like this. Okay. All right. Never saw Baldwin make anything like that. Alco made that. Okay. American Locomotive. Look at that. Look at that thing. What is the difference between Alco and Baldwin? That's the company. Like Ford. It's a Ford and Chevy. Baldwin is the Chevy of steam locomotives, or was. Eddystone, Pennsylvania, and then Alco, American Locomotive, was like the Ford. Actually, Baldwin was really the Ford of locomotives, to be honest with you. Alco is like the Mopar locomotives. They just made some really crazy stuff, like the Big Boy, for instance, which is why I like them. Yeah, Transistor or something. Something like that, man. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that locomotive is sick. Oh, see? I don't see Baldwin making anything like that. Baldwin's junk. Junk. Actually, no, there is a Baldwin 2882 right here, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, I mean, look at this tech tree, dude. This is unreal. There's so much good stuff in here. Dude, 0660 right there. That's cool. 280. There's the DNRG Class 70. That's cool. Then they have the Class 60, the 56, and the 52. Man, this tech tree is unreal, dude. Look at all this stuff. There's gonna be so many freaking locomotives in this game. There's the Cook. Nice. If they add these, the map has got to get much larger, though. Yeah. Oh, this is for a game? Yeah, this is for Railroads. Railroads Online. Yeah. Here. You know what? Let's just put Heiss's video on. Hold on. Okay, so let's go from Satisfactory Updates to Heiss.
What's up,
Burb.
What's up, guys?
Alright. Recommended Railroads Online. Updated tech tree. Yeah, that's the new one here. Let me just make sure that that's the newest thing. 9 hours ago. Okay, here we go.
What's up, guys? This is Heiss, and today we've got a very special video for you. I am once again joined by Armagon, our resident Baldwin researcher and historian and font monk. Welcome,
Yo.
Armagon.
Howdy, howdy.
And we've got a new version of our Perspective Locomotive tech tree for you guys. So we have made some updates to a couple things in the tree already, and we've also added a couple more locomotives, which I'm very, very, very excited for some of them. So first things first, we're going to talk about the couple updates that we made to the existing tree, and then we'll get into the fun new stuff. So let's jump right in. First thing first, we have the Baldwin Class 10-22E1 280, the DNRG Class 52, the Mosca, and this is actually being modeled in-game right now by one of our wonderful modelers, and it's just about ready for texturing, but more to come on that. Armagon, what did we update with this one?
Damn!
I got a little tidbit of information coming out of some newspapers for the East Broad Top, which owned exactly identical engines to this one. It ran on 135 pounds per square inch of boiler pressure, which raised up its tractive effort a little bit. So I had to edit it in the tech tree to reflect that.
135 is high for
Interesting.
a steam
Yeah,
locomotive.
135 is kind of weird, but yeah, you want to have your MAWP set right, so a little bit higher tractive effort for the start of our 280 tree. Very good.
Exactly. The problem with all these early Baldwins is that they don't list what the boiler pressure is.
Hey,
And
I don't
so,
want to be on monitor
just as a
2,
rule of
Sister.
thumb,
Wait a
I've been
minute.
usually
Get me off monitor 2. Get me out of here. I don't want to be on monitor 2. Put me back on monitor 1.
working with
The frick is
130
this?
as a good guess, but it always surprises me when something comes to light where it's not that.
Yeah, by and
You're
large, most of the
monitor
early
too.
stuff was 130, so
The
that's
fuck am I over
that's
here?
kind of the
Put
guess
me
that
back
you
over
have to
there.
make until, you know, the 1880s, 1890s, even 1900s for some of them. But yeah, interesting that they had 135. They must have had a good batch of steel. Anyway, the next update is not so much an update in locomotive sense, but it is no longer a pile of sticks.
Indeed. I think you were the one who nagged me about this. Just ever so
Thanks for the sub, buddy.
It came up on our tech tree video.
I'll be on monitor
Brett,
too now, it's
I
fine.
will throw Brett under the bus. With when I did the rank the tech tree video with Brett and Leighton, we were going through them and it came up and it was just a small thumbnail in the ranking tool, and so all we could see was the pile of logs. And so we get to it and I go, and this one is, and Brett just went, a pile of logs. So.
The Heisler is not a diesel firework. It is a geared steam locomotive. I'll turn the stream around and downgrade you to monitor 3. Ah, terrible. The Heisler is a geared steam locomotive. There's actually 2 steam pistons in a V like this that are turning a crankshaft, and that crankshaft is right here, and it's connected on an axle to gearing for each wheel. So all 4 wheels drive. That's the Heisler. The Heisler's cool. The Heisler is in the game, or at least a Heisler. I'm curious what Heiss has to say about why this one is different. It's not a
Now we
geared
have
steam
a picture
turbine.
of what
It's
it
just
actually
a
looks like.
geared steam locomotive.
And this is my favorite, and I'm so
Differences.
glad you incorporated it. We have its big brother proposed Class C, and we've got some MS Paint magic working right there. I love it.
There is a little bit more to be said about this one. So, because we're just going off of a telegram, which mentioned that they could have built a 63-ton 3-truck Heisler narrow gauge, that leaves me with a little bit of leeway to work with what its actual specifications are. And so I modified it so it's no longer just like a 3-truck version of the previous Heisler, where it just maintains the same power. Actually gave it slightly larger cylinders and slightly larger drivers as well, which we'll have to model. I feel very bad for whoever has to do that, but they should at least give the 3-truck Heisler more of a purpose rather than just being a more long-haul Heisler. This will have more power, and then, I mean, it just kind of makes sense.
Yeah, we can see that.
Class 621233. Slappy, I'm not 100%, to be honest, what that means when it comes to Heisler. I think that might be the gearing on the locomotive. I don't know. I don't know old steam locomotives too well, dude.
Now they have a difference of about 4,000 pounds.
It seems like something I would know, though.
And a little bit more cost as well, but
yeah,
yeah,
not
more
100%.
fuel, more water. and a little bit more go juice behind it. So very cool. That's actually a pretty smart move, and I really support that. So good call. Okay, moving on. The first of our new
63 feet, 12 wheels. Yeah, what would that 33 be? Maybe the teeth on the gear. 33 teeth on the gear. It's got one of those has to do with the gearing. I'm pretty sure.
locomotives. We're going to start all the way up here at the 440s, and we have the Baldwin Class 8-12/24 C1 440 from the Leopoldina Railway.
Yeah.
A Vulcan compound locomotive, and it has the holy Silopagon.
Yes, the holy Silopagon. Praise be to the Silopagon. Anybody who's in the know will know what we're talking about. So this was a Brazilian engine. Thankfully, I was able to find some 3-foot gauge examples. I went maybe about February, so looking for Vulcan compound 440s, because that was the only thing which we were really missing for the Vulcan compounds went. And lo and behold, I found some. And the interesting thing is that the tech tree image for the engine is actually not a Vulcan compound. It's actually a sister engine which was built at the exact same time, literally like the next page over in the specification books, and that's a cross compound. But no images of the Vulcan compound remained, and so I'm just using the cross compound image. Other than that, I mean, they should be pretty similar. They have the Holy Silopagon, but they also are going to be probably the fastest engines in Railroads Online, because these things have 55 and an 1/8-inch tall driving wheel.
Wow.
Oh my god, okay.
They are enormous.
Okay, so you put this here in the tree, and I looked and I saw lots of tractive effort, less tractive effort, and then lots more tractive effort, and I was very lost as to why this was here. But 55 and an 1/8 inches on...
Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean for, praise the Silopagon. Silopagon? It's the cover over the tender, yeah. Okay, steam locomotives. Sorry, it's getting late, guys. Steam locomotives, if you have a wider drive wheel, faster. That means you go faster. No, that's because one revolution of the wheel is a longer distance. You go further. You go faster down the tracks. So those are that's why I like the Eurekas when we play railroads, because they're supposed to be going faster than everything else, because that is a huge drive wheel. Is this a new like World of Trains video? This is Railroads Online. Roscoff, I play this during the day, like before I start Space News sometimes. It is a multiplayer railroad building game. So you have a bunch of destinations, like, and different, like one's a sawmill, and then you have to make you build out the line like Transport Fever style. You build out the line to the sawmill, and then you can run a logging train there. You pick up logs, and then you got to build a line to, I don't know, like a lumber factory, and then you go from like a logging camp to the sawmill, and then sawmill to like the city or whatever. Well, not the city. That's not in game yet. Yeah, it's Transport Fever, but in first person, and you have to build out the train tracks like Satisfactory, dude. It's fun, man. Are you eating ice cream? No. Just chatting trains. Eve aumenta. Eve five.
On the narrow gauge?
Yeah.
Oh my
exactly
god.
Why I put it there.
That'll be able to go like... That'll be like...
It's not ice cream, it's peanut butter.
Like properly do 65 miles an hour, not falling down to the bottom of the canyon.
Exactly. And then also, I mean, because it's going to be a Vulcan compound, you get fuel saving.
Oh my god. Can we get the not Vulcan compound one? Can we get this one? This one's very nice.
I'm pretty sure we could probably entice Bruss to do it with like some Cheez-Its or something.
Please. But yeah, 55 and an 1/8. Man, that's we've got a new speed demon in the in the tree here. Driven by Chuck Yeager himself.
Yeah, I was really surprised
to find
a literal narrow gauge SR-71 Blackbird. So.
I was gonna say that thing's gonna be properly quick.
That's 2 references to aviation that these gentlemen have made, and I'm okay with that. I like those things.
I'm excited for this now. And just because I'm going to get 17,000 questions, all with Silopagon spelled wrong, and they're all going to wonder what it is, it's the little hut on the tender. They're very good. They're very cute.
The roof over the Ford coal bunker. These were mainly used in export locomotives to Brazil or South America, or even Central America, and they were primarily used in areas where you had really harsh sun to basically just keep the sun off of the backs of the crew. I would also think that they could be of really good use in like Washington or Oregon just because of how much it rained there. I mean,
Well,
it's a cool aesthetic.
Rain keeping off you is nice for one thing, but rain on the coal is not the end of the world.
Oh,
because
nice,
actually
Blueberry.
wet coal, funnily enough, does some nice...
Blueberry, that picture of the Drift Tacoma earlier, I forgot to mention him in the process of V8 swapping it. What are you putting in? 1UZ? Please tell me it's a 1UZ. If it's anything but a 1UZ, I'm going to be a little disappointed.
things for you.
Or a
You
1UZ
throw the big
derivative.
lumps in the fire, and because the water's on there, the steam actually tends to make the coal break apart into a smaller
When
piece
you are.
pretty quickly,
Good.
which means you can
Good
actually
man.
fire
Good
a
man.
little bit
Good
heavier
call.
with wetter coal, and it'll actually spread out and light faster. Obviously, it'll then burn faster, so it's a different firing style.
It's
but
the
a lot of
Railroads
people I
Online
know
roadmap,
actually
guys.
swear by using wet coal, so kind
I
of a
did not
strange
know
thing.
that.
But you know,
Yeah.
this would help negate that. So I don't know. Dealer's choice.
I don't know how many engines we're going to be putting Silopagon on as far as Baldwins go, but I'm going to push for as many as I can reasonably have.
Silopagon.
It is a very fun aesthetic, and it makes me think of Sid Meier's Railroads, which makes me happy. So, anyways, moving on, we have a geared locomotive to talk about, and it is this big honkin' Climax, the Class B-45 Climax of the Baker White Pine Lumber Company. It was their number 3. 37,000 pounds of tractive effort out of this thing. That's not quite as powerful as our biggest Shay, but that's quite a lot of power, isn't it?
Right? I'm with you,
It
Pedometer.
is a tremendous amount of power, but
Silopagon.
it just follows the old axiom of Climaxes that they can outhaul any comparable geared locomotive of a similar weight class. I was very interested to find this thing because of just how big it is for a Class B, but the fact that a Class B Climax and only weighs 45 tons can output the exact same power as a K37 never ceases to amaze me.
Gears, man. Gears is some cool
Gears.
stuff.
Yeah.
Gears
Also,
do
I
be
just
like
like
that.
the engine, so I was like, I will take
Silent
this
gun.
and I will put it here.
It certainly looks quite stout. I mean, it's got a big boiler on it for what it is, and the trucks are quite large, and yeah, I mean, it looks kind of formidable. So
Okay, what the Climaxes are is they're a geared steam locomotive. So it's a steam engine. You know, you have your steam engine, right? Your piston. But instead of that being attached to the drive wheels, it's attached to a crankshaft. Crankshaft goes across and it connects to another cylinder on the other side. So you have two cylinders going like this, going forward and back up at like a 30-degree angle. And that connects into a transfer case right here, like a transfer case that you'd see on a car, more or less. It's just gearing. And there's a drive shaft that goes out to the front, and then there's a drive shaft that goes out to the rear. And then when it gets over each axle, there's a gear and then another gear. The idea is that with the Climax, you're reducing every time you go through. You're reducing through the transfer case, you're reducing through here, and you're reducing through here. The end result is insane amounts of torque. They can make crazy torque. A lot of torque from that motor. But torque from an engine really doesn't mean much. The tractive effort is really what matters. How much force are these wheels pushing down on the rails? Because you can make all the torque in the world, but if your locomotive is light, you're just going to spin the wheels. It's all about traction. How much traction you make with locomotives. That's the metric for determining like how much a locomotive can pull. So this Climax can pull 37,485 pounds. Let's look at a big boy, for instance, because that's the metric that everybody loves. What's its tractive effort? The tractive effort of a big boy is 135,375 pounds. Yeah, way more. Way more than that boy, but almost. It's not even a transfer case. Yeah, it's kind of like a transfer case, but yeah, they're just open gears. Because open gears... It should... Let's be real, Leos. It should be a transfer case, because what the frick?
My only pity, or I should say my only gripe with it, is that it doesn't have Walshart's valve gear, but I don't know. Maybe somebody will want that.
very fun. Moving on, we have the Baldwin Class 10-26 drawing 62.
That's a nice logo.
Lordy. 460 Sumter Valley number 50. 18,500 pounds tractive effort, built 1915. This is kind of interesting in that it's built later,
can,
but it
Blueberry.
looks older. Neat.
Yeah, that's the Sumter Valley aesthetic for you. One of our newest modelers to join the team, Block, really wanted to do this engine, and so we thought, why not?
It's a super cool
Nice
engine,
comments.
and the Sumter Valley Railway was a neat railway.
Yeah,
and we've
it's
been
all-wheel
pointing
drive,
out
Shaw. I
a
mean,
couple
most
other
modern
engines on the
locomotives are
tree
all-wheel drive,
up there,
too.
so it's nice to get
electric
another
motor,
one, and
but
this will
yeah.
be a neat aesthetic in a 460. Okay, moving on.
What else we got?
This is where we start getting into interesting territory. So, we had 460s, and we had 462s, and we had 480s, but we never had any 482s until you found this thing. The Baldwin
Yes.
Class 14-31 and a quarter
That-
E1 482.
I like
I'm
that.
going to screw this
That's-
up.
that's a nice-
Ferrocarriles Nacionales Pacifico. They're number 100.
Ferrocarriles Nacionales Pacifico. It's Spanish. Heist did fine. It was good enough. Yeah, that's a nice locomotive. 34,000 tractive, but I'll bet you that thing goes faster because it has way bigger drive wheels than the Climax.
34,000 pounds
Yep.
of tractive effort,
Yep.
built in 1945.
She's
a
a beast.
narrow gauge mountain. What?
Yeah. Yeah, it was for Columbia, if I'm not mistaken. I just love how squat this thing looks because, interestingly enough, those drivers, which look absolutely tiny,
She's a beast,
those
Elias.
are
That's
42
cool.
inches in diameter, so those are literally like Eureka drivers.
Those are 42 inches?
Yeah,
Yes, those
This
are
thing
42
is
inches.
huge.
yeah, it's a big locomotive.
Holy crap.
It's big. She
Oh
big.
man, here I was thinking those were like 36-inch drivers, and oh my god. Yeah,
No, it's
that's
42.
Nah, I want to get
That's,
up and watch Formula One.
this is
running it.
this is the thing. This is a big honking thing. I'm excited
Yes.
to get these
Yeah.
in game.
Yeah, that's
oh
gonna
my
be a
god,
beast.
That's cool.
She's chonky.
This was actually brought up by one member of our Discord. I am so sorry for not remembering who it was.
I haven't played
But
B-Real, no.
this caught my eye, and I was like, if I ever make a version 6, I'll just kind of keep this in mind. And so here it is.
And here it is, and wonderful. And it's okay. You're no longer the community manager. Now I have to feel.
Kelly, I wonder how much a train like this would cost in real life. I can't imagine it would only be $72K. Well, $71,000 is how much it cost in 1945. So if we go 1945, 2021, enter value, 72,000, calculate. Oh. $1,077,960. That answer that question?
Feel bad about not remembering names. So.
Yes.
And you'll note that the arrow continues to the right, which can only mean, of course, the Rio Grande wanted one. Baldwin Class 14-36 and a quarter E1 482. DNRGW proposed large mountain. Yes, it is large mountain. The proposal had a tractive effort of 37,836 pounds. Proposed in 1925, but never built.
Brandon, shh.
This is going to be cool. Doesn't this have massive drivers too?
Yes, so there were actually two mountain designs pulled up at the same time. I think they would have been classed as like M37 or M38, depending on which ones they were. I'm pretty sure this would have been an M38. The small mountain would have had 44-inch drivers and less tractive effort, but this one has 48-inch drivers and more tractive effort. So I kind of had to pick between the two of them, and so I picked
chunker of
the
a
Speed
locomotive.
So, a mountain class locomotive, M38, with 48-inch drivers. In the event that you have to pull several buildings
Yep.
worth of things,
Yep.
and you have to pull it at like 55 miles an hour.
Yup.
This is a thing that didn't exist, but you know, it'll be we'll get to recreate history that never existed. So that'll be exciting.
That's
what
good.
could have happened?
I'll be using
What a
locomotives
neat
like
thing. Is it outside
Also-
frame? It looks like it
Yeah.
would be outside frame.
Yep. Yeah, it's outside frame.
Just a giant, like, take the K36, K37 and just make bigger, more. Yes. I like
We
that.
like
That
to make
is
bigger.
the going theory. The interesting thing is that this is the only drawing which was ever made for it. So as to what it would have exactly looked like, as far as aesthetics and appliances go, that is entirely up to whichever modeler wants to take on the task of doing this.
It looks to me like you would take a K-37 and just stretch the boiler a bit and do the thing. Although the firebox is drawn like a K-36 firebox, but that's probably better anyway than the K-37 firebox. But
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you could just yoink big K parts and just make this thing, so I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen.
I'm excited to see it. This is this will be
fireworks
great to have in
concept.
game. Okay. We're now going to move out of the never happened and come back to things that did happen with a much requested Baldwin Locomotive Works 282, the White Pass and Yukon 70 class.
Yes.
28,710 pounds of tractor
Yes.
built 1938. Is this the 70 through the 73 or which exact? Okay, it is all four of those. So if you've seen the 73 at White Pass currently, or if you've been to Dollywood, guess what? This is the locomotive. So you asked, and here it is.
Well, one of them.
One of them. Yes. Well, the 190 is
yeah.
not, is it?
The 190 class is not exactly like this one. Generally the same idea behind them, but this wasn't sponsored by the U.S. Army Transportation Corps. So, I mean, these were probably the last steam locomotives that the White Pass ever actually ordered for themselves, if I'm not mistaken.
Interesting. 1938, yeah, it would have been right before the war,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would have been right before then. There's 4 members of this class. 3 of them are in relatively good condition. One of them is not. That's the 72. She's a parts donor for the engines at Dollywood. We just got a lot of requests for this engine, but interesting enough, one of our modelers, Tyler CDL, has actually already started on a model of this. So, I mean, it just kind of made sense to put it onto the tech tree.
Tee-hee. Look at all these things that we don't tell you that sometimes happen.
Yeah, it's crazy how, free will works.
Right. And speaking of things that we didn't tell you that might happen, I will note that there's at least one locomotive that we are making, that I can confirm we are making, that is not on this tree. So, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Look forward to that when it happens. So, if we take the 282 tree and we just keep on going down it, you can see that Armagon has personally slighted me and attacked me by adding something after the K-37. Armagon has added this thing. Baldwin Class 14-38 and a quarter F1 210-2, the East Broadtop proposed Santa Fe. Because when the Mikados keep getting bigger and bigger and it's still not enough, maybe you think about getting a 210-2, because why not?
That's cool.
Proposed in 1915 with 38,055 pounds of tractive effort. This thing is neat looking. I like the look of it. Because is it an extended 12 or is it an extended bigger one?
I think it's an extended 12 because
big.
the 12 was built in 1913.
Oh, and like the 16, 17, 18 were probably built later? I don't know. We'll have to look.
Yeah. Here, let me look at the steam locomotives. So the 12, the 14, and the 15 were built by 1914. The 12 was first in 1911, 15 in 1914. 16, 17, and 18 came afterwards from 1960 to 1920. So I guess they already thought about doing, basically taking the 12, saying extendo patrona, and then getting a 210-2 out of it in 1915.
Well, so if it's got this
That was
much
a Harry
tractive
Potter
effort, and if it
spell.
was proposed in 1915,
Okay.
and if the
Okay.
first of the big mics was built in 1916, I would have bet that they probably proposed this during the design period of the first of the big mics. So this is probably a, hey, what if we asked for a bigger one? That would be my
Probably.
guess. So it's probably an extended 16 or 17, something like that.
I need to look up how large the drivers on this thing are because I forgot.
They look surprisingly large for having 10 of them.
Agreed, Tina.
Guess what? I don't have... Okay, let me actually look at the actual spec sheet because I don't have an entry recorded for it in my giant, very handy...
So 7'2" to the center line of the boiler from the rail. Half a 7.2 is 3 feet 6 inches, and then 2 inches, so 3 foot 7 inches, right? So 3'7" is right there, and they're taller than that. 3 feet is 36 plus 7, right? So you get 43, and then add a little more. Those are 50. Those are 45-inch drive wheels, something like that.
Handy document of specifications. So if I look here,
Spreadsheet O Locomotives.
Okay. Yeah, spreadsheet O Locomotives. This thing has 48
It's not 0.2, Punzister. They're not decimal points. Those are inches. 7 feet 2 inches. It's not 7.2. 7.2 feet is not 7 feet 2 inches. Because it's 12, right?
inch drivers.
On a 210-2 with that much power?
How much did he say? Hold on. Let me back it up.
Yeah, spreadsheet O Locomotives. This thing has 48-inch drivers.
On a 210-2 with that much power?
Beast.
I mean, if you need to get the coal somewhere real quick.
Oh my
Like,
Yeah,
god.
these locomotives, that's fast.
I mean,
that's a fast locomotive.
Why not? I mean, it is literally
A lot of torque,
the
too.
pinnacle of
Heavy loads going at
fast freight.
medium
Eat your
to
heart
fast
out,
speeds
you
with that
specific.
thing. It's not like a super speed
basically,
locomotive.
all I'm learning here is that the narrow gauge once had a nice like glimmer in their eye where they were like, what if we weren't narrow gauge? What if we could go fast?
Go faster!
Whereas the only one that could
Go
really
fast.
the only one that could really do it would be the DNRGW in the valley, but that's just because they had 80 miles of desert to plow right through. So maybe that's
mean-
what they'd use the mountains for.
I guess they were like, what if we went to warp speed?
Laredo,
I mean,
take us
okay.
out. Warp 1.
Well, I mean, I guess the South Pacific Coast already did that because we do have documentation that they did commuter trains at 60 miles per hour.
It's absurd, and I still don't believe it with that driver's size.
Yeah,
but that's
with
okay.
4 4.0s and 4 6.0s.
Wow. Oh, maybe
Okay.
they got the logs
And now
that
if-
Doc Brown had.
And now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Moving into the articulated trees. So as we come
My
down the
favorite.
tree, we get to this thing. Baldwin Class 16-22/22 and a quarter, DD32662. The White Pass and Yukon's proposed simple articulated locomotive.
Sweet.
34,306 pounds. Didn't they have a 280 with more tractive effort than that?
They did. But
But what if it
this,
bent in the middle?
I mean, it never hurts to, just get a little bit more flexibility in
It's
your
true.
life.
It's true. Indeed. Be more nimble, that's for sure.
What is tractive effort, Karma? Well, you can measure how much torque or power the steam engine makes, dude. But what really matters is, dude, you can make 10,000 horsepower with a steam locomotive. You can make 10,000 foot-pounds of torque. If your steam locomotive is too light, you're just going to spin wheels all day. There's no traction. That's the metric for determining like how much power a locomotive has. How much force are these wheels pushing down on the rails? That's the tractive effort. How much traction can it make? You can have a locomotive that makes insane amounts of power. If your tractive effort is low, you're going to step on the gas and you're going to do a burnout with the train.
So this
This is for Railroads Online,
was,
Woodbite.
of course, never built. And because of that, we have a lot of leeway with how we want to make it look. But why we have this is because there was kind of a power gap between the previous Biles Coleman Lumber Company proposed Mallet and then the
HRO1.
Alco.
That's my baby.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was
No,
from
no,
28
come
or
back.
20 like 29,000 to 43,000, and this is smack in the middle. So I agree with that.
Go
That
to
makes
the
sense.
Alco simple
It was a better
articulated.
little stepping stone, and I think I know of one modeler who's interested in doing it as like a tender engine, and then all these different like logging tank versions, because we've just been scrolling through the Malays and the tall timber all day.
Yep, saddle tanks. Bring on the saddle tanks, people.
Split saddle tanks, full saddle tanks, split side tanks, full side tanks, and
Oh, man.
then you could have like different tender combinations with that. You could have the blessed sausage tender.
Sausage?
if you want.
Sausage
You think-
tender?
Sausage
Yeah,
tender.
basically take a round tank car and hook it up to the back.
This is the locomotive tech tree, Matt, for Railroads Online. They updated it, so Elias, we'll see.
That's kind of
Sausage tender.
that's kind of cursed, but I mean
I-
logging
Cursed!
records.
I will find you that image so that the viewers can know sausage tender.
Sausage tender.
Look at it.
It's a thing. It's a we didn't feel like building a Vanderbilt, so we didn't.
I mean, That's kind of what the Southern Pacific did with their half-cylindrical tenders.
The whaleback looks like an attempt at a tender. This just looks like we ran out of milk to deliver, so we painted it black.
Honestly, that's just how it is. Yeah, we might see the half cylindricals in use with these things. I don't think. Actually, I do think that some of the modelers would be crazy enough to do that. So.
Oh, I'm sure they would. Oh, that means that this is an oil burner then, huh?
Nice.
Could have been.
That means that it could be whatever we want. They've actually modeled arch brick. You can see that they've proposed arch tubes and arch brick in there, so it would have been a coal burner. But yeah, we could put oil tenders behind it. Why the heck not? They had some oil burning engines. Then what does standardization mean? Anyways.
Yeah.
Moving down the articulated tree, we see engines that we've already talked about. We see engines we've already talked about. We get to the biggest engine in the game, but now the arrow goes to the right, and that makes me excited.
And also filled with fear.
And also filled with fear, as you should be, because the first one is the Alco proposed 2882 that the Rio Grande Southern proposed in 1930. What? They had money in 1930 to propose a thing this big?
Oh, I want it. I want
No,
it.
they didn't. I mean, this was a railroad that in 1903 was directing its engine men to stop up leaking flues on the road with oatmeal. And you think that they would have any money to order this kind of engine?
I don't think they ever bought any engines new. Not past 1900. I don't think they did. I think they just got whatever hand-me-down BS they could get.
They never owned, throughout their entire existence, the Rio Grande Southern never owned a new engine. Everything was either second or third hand.
Beautiful. I think we should just model this in game as non-functional, just in honor of the RGS, because they would have bought it and then parked it because they couldn't afford to run it.
Maybe we should have it be that barn find that everybody is so enraptured with.
Clamoring for, yeah. Anyways, this thing was proposed with 50.
Still lost, but how do they roll? I sit at crossing all day, and how do they do that? What, Karmas? How do what roll? Trains? Or how does the steam locomotive work? I don't. What do you mean? How do trains roll? Trains roll with physics. What are they pulling with that? A neighborhood? Metal on metal. Karma, there's a reason why trains go slow at first. You got to build up momentum because you can't gun it. If you gun it, you're just gonna spin. But if you have a lot of weight over a metal on metal wheel, it'll force it in and it'll make traction. But yeah, that's also the thing that makes trains super freaking efficient. Low rolling resistance. You can get a train up to speed up to 70 miles an hour and then put it in neutral and then it'll just coast forever. Take like 20 miles to stop. Trains are super efficient, very good for the power application. But yeah, you got to be careful with that with trains. And Karmas, that's why I like playing railroads, because railroads will model the wheel slip. If you can't make enough power to move the damn thing, all right, have fun going backwards.
7,421 pounds of tractive effort, and it's going to be very expensive in the game because, I mean, shoot, very expensive.
36.
That's actually pretty much what the K37s cost it actually in real life. So.
I'm pretty sure we're just gonna kind of slap two K28s together, make a few changes here and there, and Bob's your uncle, basically.
to slap a couple of K28s together and put a giant reverse taper course on it, lordy. That's a big boiler. That's a honkin' large thing. Yeah.
Also, it's worth noting that this thing is a simple articulated as well.
Simple articulated, outside frame. Yeah. Fun thing. But you can see that the arrow once again goes to the right, which means that we need to go bigger.
All right, Elios, let's see what we got
Next,
here.
we have the Burnham Shops 2882, the Denver and Rio Grande proposed Class 251, proposed with a tractive effort of 73,868 pounds in 1915 out of a narrow gauge 2882. What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting.
This engine, as near as I can put it, because of course this is, again, the only image which has ever existed of it, which I know of.
Yeah, because it's proposed.
1915, the DNRG was kind of on the back foot, but I guess they were like, hey, what if we actually kind of got
Narrow
a second
gauge,
win
super
in our
cheese,
business.
3 foot,
And so
3 foot
what
between
they
the
thought of
rails.
doing was taking 2 standard gauge class 113 280 consolidations and taking all of the machinery and frames.
Yeah, wheel
and
slip is
making
a
an
is a
entirely
thing,
new-
Karma.
I
Oh
think it
yeah.
was a Malay. Pretty sure it's a Malay out of it, and
That's why trains are so
yeah,
big
this
and
was
heavy,
the
dude.
result of it. Of course, it never came to fruition because the DNRG was starting to become starved for money by then. But I mean, hey, pipe dreams.
Pipe dreams indeed. If they're bothering to take the machinery out of 2 locomotives, I mean, the biggest and most complex thing that you'd want to be stealing is the cylinder saddle. So I would assume that they would have been going for a simple articulated, but maybe they were brainy enough to cast up their own cylinder saddle. I mean, Lord knows
Also-
they had a death grip over Stearns Roger, who made the ones for the K37.
The drive
so
wheels on
they
that
could
thing
have
are
done it.
huge.
What a neat thing, and what a chunkin' thing. I mean, this will be really interesting to see. And isn't that the Class 113
That's correct,
is later
failures.
known as the C41? Is
Yep.
that right?
They Sanders.
Uh,
Modern locomotives have Sanders even now. Also, these drive wheels are freaking ridiculous because that back wheel, the second set of 2, 28-inch diameter. And 28-inch diameter is going to half of the drive wheel, which means, just do some rough math, 28 times 2, 56-inch drive wheels on this thing. Yeah, with 73,000 pounds of tractive. That thing will pull a extremely long freight train. Guys, and okay, so here's the thing. The map in the game right now is really, it's not very big. It's like, I don't know, 2.5 by 2.5 square, it's 2.5 by 2.5 miles. It's not very big. But, see a locomotive like that? That's a long haul locomotive. That's a big loco. Something like that would not be used on a 2 by 2 or 2.5 by 2.5 mile map. We're gonna get bigger maps in the future, like way bigger maps. This is the 73,000 is approaching big boy, the actual big boy. That's approaching. Remember, big boy's 137, so this is about half as powerful as that. So these are long haul locomotives, which are cool. Which I'm pretty sure that's a damn good indicator that we're gonna get a much bigger map.
let me check that actually because I don't know off the top of my head. So let me go.
I don't think it's is it a 113? I don't.
137,000 flyk and 600 kilonewtons of tractive effort, meaning the big boy is pushing down onto those rails with as much force as a rocket engine. Some rocket engines. So if you took a rocket engine and you mounted it on a train car, right, and you fired the rocket engine, the amount of force pushing down on the rails, like a 600 kilonewton rocket engine, the amount of force pushing down on the rails is the amount of force that the big boy pushes down on the rails. It's as powerful as a rocket engine. Interstate. I hope so, Rudy. I hope so. The big boy it's a monster. It makes 6,000 horsepower.
Oh my god, this is made out of 2 683s?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute.
Actually, I don't see any. No, 683 was
3 foot wide tread. Three
No,
wide.
It was DNRG 583, now DNRGW 680.
All the railroads online is using a 3 foot gauge, so that's about 1 meter. It's a 1 meter rail gauge, which was, I guess, super popular in the U.S. And even in Europe. It was meter gauge over there. Meter gauge is about 3 feet. It's a little bit more, but yeah. I guess people use narrow gauge because you don't need bigger railroad ties. So using a slightly smaller gauge, for a line means that you don't use as much wood. It's cheaper to make the tracks, so you could save a lot of money. Ward sent a future proposed thing. Some voice chat discussions. I think I've seen it before, but yeah, hold on. Yeah, see, this is what people have shown me before. That's what I mean. Yeah, we're gonna get a much bigger map. Holy shit. I mean, guys, look at all the commodities. Textile mill, silver mine, gypsum, logging, sawmill, sheep, fertilizer plant, oil refinery, furniture factory, cattle ranch, distillery, Morro Bay, oil field, orange groves, machining, meat packing, dairy farm, grain farm. There's a wharf for unloading for ships. Another sawmill up there. Like, damn, dude. Yeah. Dude, this game has so much potential. Unbelievable.
83, which is the
Yeah,
only
passenger
surviving
trains, too.
Rio Grande locomotive, which is a C-28.
Swag,
It's the only surviving.
This is why I play railroads. This is why I play railroads. Do you see, like, the tech tree is there. The tech tree for locomotives is there. And if they can follow through with that map, this game will be legendary. Like, legendary freaking game.
Standard gauge Rio Grande locomotive, which is at the Railroad Museum.
It's a C-28.
God,
683.
so they wouldn't want to save the boiler because those are like
Hopefully,
keyhole
Swag.
boilers, and God, the spring rigging on those is junk. But hey, if we ever feel like cutting up 683, we could make half of this thing. And now the internet's mad at me. Okay. But you can see once again that the arrow goes to the right, which means that we have to go bigger. I feel like I need to play like the Imperial March or something as we scroll slowly to the right.
Maybe also Sprach Zarathustra or something.
Yeah, that would be great. The Baldwin Class 20-40/40 and a quarter EE1 2882, the Denver and Rio Grande Western proposed class L101. Here it is, folks. This ridiculous thing that I can't believe that they proposed to make. Well, I can believe, but good God. 101,000 pounds of tractive effort in a narrow gauge locomotive. That is 3/4 of the big boy.
What's that from system?
On less
Nice.
than 3/4 the gauge.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2/3 of a Y6B as well.
Yeah.
250 Gs.
So apparently in 1927, they were like, well, we can't afford more K-36s from Baldwin, so what if we just make this giant thing instead?
Wow.
And then you
I
can
just
see...
like to put it into perspective. This thing is about as powerful as a Union Pacific large Challenger.
Yeah, that's 3985. Yeah, the 4664 Alco. It's about as powerful as that, which is, yeah, I'll take it. That's fine.
Are you kidding me?
No?
Oh, God. Those are like 105 or 106, aren't they?
105.
Oh, my God. This thing is... Yeah. So here it is. You asked for it. Pharmatharna, I aim my eyes at you for writing it on my map. I still have it written in track at my sawmill.
Nice,
DRGW L101 when? Well, now. Now is when. Actually, now you're going to ask when is it going to be put in the game. And later. Later is when.
That's going to be hard to model.
I just like to say also that you're really going to have to work to get this thing.
Yeah, $250,000, 49,500 XP. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's ridiculously overpowered and never really existed. So, I mean, if you're going to talk about a meme locomotive or a top locomotive to get, it's going to be we're going to make it tough to get because this is, I mean, you better have a hell of a railroad that's really cooking and making a lot of money if you're going to buy this thing. Put it that way. What a... What a fun thing. Okay, well, that's it. That is the update to our version 6 of the tech tree. The full tech tree will be available to view and scroll around on the official Railroads Online Discord. We will be pinning it in the Modeling Showcase channel at the release of this video, so it should be there now. And again, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like the video. Make sure you click the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the little bell if you want to see when I'm uploading stuff. Armagon, thanks for joining us. And everyone, thank you so much for watching and playing Railroads Online.
Yeah, that game has a lot of potential. Game has a lot of potential. But anyway, I'm going to go to bed, fellas. What's Elon's tweets, DJ? What is this? What is he saying now? Is he going off again? Let's see. Go look at Elon's newest tweet. Tesla China is doing incredible work. There's the Shanghai Gigafactory. Dude, look at that thing. Cool. Oh no! Oh no! Holy shit! That's the richest guy in the world right there. Freaking pregnant emoji. What a dick. That's so funny, man. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't understand. I don't get it, man. At least it's not, you know what? I'm just gonna say what I always say, dudes. At least it's not boring. At least it's not boring. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna do a bad. I'm gonna do a bad. I'm going in. I'm going into the thread, guys. I'm going in. I'm going in. I'm gonna need my gas mask. I'm going in. I'm going in. Cover me. What the fuck? Oh no. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. What the hell? I don't understand this. Mr. Beast. Yes. Note to self: don't short Tesla. Oh my God! What is happening here? What is going on? Okay. Okay. Oh jeez. Hey, Takuta, I'm just trying to figure out the motivation for this post. And not being overly sensitive or holier than thou or anything like that, but something about attacking his appearance has a high school age bully kind of feel to it. Why? It's a shit post, dude. It's a shit post. It's a shit post. It's not supposed to make sense. Like, that's the whole point. It's supposed to be nonsensical. Do you realize how much worse his posting will become if he actually buys Twitter? You know what, Hunster? Dude, I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Alright. Yeah, this thread is... This is Amber Heard's Me Poo moment. Oh no! No, that's terrible. Dude. Oh, gross. What the fuck? Me poo. What the fuck? Oh my goodness. That's terrible. It's freaking terrible. Oh, here's a good one. Look at this. It's a shit post, a me poo post. That's pretty funny too. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Microsoft. Oh my God. 0 days without nonsense. like that. That's funny. Oh my Jesus. What the fuck, man? Oh my God. What about Amber Heard and poop? I'll explain it because it's late night, Flykin, but I want to tell you, I would not explain this if it was any other time but right now. Okie dokie. So Johnny Depp and Amber Heard had a divorce. Every piece of information that I know about this, I have learned unwillingly through just various means of communication, and I literally did not seek out any of this information. Everything I know about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard in their lives off of the screen, because she's an actress and he's an actor, is known not through any of my will. I will be watching the news, or I'll have Twitter on and something will pop up. I did not seek any of this information out. And yeah, let's just go from there. So Johnny Depp was giving a testimony because he's suing Amber Heard for defamation because Amber Heard said he hit her, and then he said he hit her, she said he hit him. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't really give a shit. It's celebrity drama. I don't care. But there was one funny part, dude. There was one funny part where Johnny Depp he's giving a testimony to how he was abused, and he's saying, like, here, he goes, one time I was coming into my bedroom. And here, actually, you know what? It'll be better like this. One time I was coming into my bedroom, and, you know, I went to go lie down in the bedroom, and there was excrement on my bed. And, you know, first I thought it may have been the dogs or something. But then I inspected the excrement even more. And I know my dogs, I pick up after them. This was not their excrement. It was in fact my ex-wife's excrement. This guy's he's literally talking about how his ex-wife took a shit on his bed. I inspected the... Dude, go listen to it. I'm not making that up. It's fucking hilarious. It's the funniest shit ever, dude. It's so stupid. He's sitting there going... He's like, I inspected the shit, and I concluded that it was not dog shit. It was, in fact, human shit from my ex-wife. I'm like, what the fuck is this testimony, man? The stenographer, somebody had to type that. Somebody had to type it for the fucking court record. Oh my God, I love this world. It's so fucking stupid. It's hilarious, man. It's so funny. What did I just join into? Don't worry about it, Karama. Oh my God, that's funny. Just think about how years from now this could be used as a case study for law students. Amazing. Freaking amazing, dude. Yeah, he said it was, in fact, human shit on my bed. And I realized that it was from my ex-wife. Human shit on my bed. It was not, in fact, dog shit. I'm like, that's Captain Jack Sparrow. Yeah. So, the me poo moment. Me poo. Oh, God. That's terrible. Oh, my goodness. So bad. What the fuck? What the fuck? He's a great actor. I know, dude. You're right. You're right. Dude, stop talking about his wife shit in his bed. Like I said, fellas, at least it ain't boring. At least it ain't boring. You know, like, what the fuck? Oh my God, that's funny. Dude. Who's shitting somebody? You gonna shit in someone's bed? Because you don't like them? What the fuck? That's so fucked up. Oh my god. Oh, dude. Oh, God. Do you think he asked for it? I don't know. I don't know if I can. I have no idea. I mean, it's better than murder. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Dravenzio, please, God, that would make me so happy. Who shat in your cornflakes? No, she in fact shat in the bed. It was my ex-wife's shit in the bed. He said it just like that, like deadpan, dude. It's fucking hilarious. God damn it, is it funny? Oh, Jesus Christ. That's, dude, it's so, like, I get it. It's poo humor. It's so stupid, but man, is that funny. Oh my goodness. Like, what happened here? What happened? Do you guys really hate each other? Like, pooing in your bed and, like having hate texts and then talking, like, dude, it's so ridiculous. Like, oh my god, I can't believe like I said, this is the part where, like, dude, I read a little bit more because idiotic curious mind, but Jesus Christ, what the fuck happened? Oh, it's bad. Hey, Meeps, what's going on, man? You lurking? Right on, dude. God damn, the me poo moment. Oh my Jesus, it's just so messed up. He took a shit. I inspected the shit, and it was, it was not. I thought it was the dogs, and it was not the dogs. It was in fact human shit. I think it was my ex-wife's shit in my bed. Dude, Swag Primo wouldn't even do that. And you know what? If she did, she'd probably find it funny. She'd probably find it funny. It's pretty damn funny, dude. Do you think you recognized it from past examples, though? I don't... Dude, Chirenzio, like I said, everything that I know about this, I did not seek this information out. So, I don't know, brother. I don't know. I think we need to start watering plants with Gatorade at this point. Oh my god. And I was thinking it was a dig at the Me Too movement. No, me poo. Moral of the story here, guys. Abusing people morally and physically is a no-no. You shouldn't do that. You know why? Pieces of shit do that. See what I did there? See? Yeah, okay. That's yeah. Did I send you the 30-minute video that you made about Blue? Oh yeah, Meeps, I forgot all about that, dude. Yeah, no, sorry. We can watch that. I don't know. Watch it tomorrow or something, dude. Yeah, Flackett. It's awesome. Yep. Yeah. Really goddamn funny. Just here. Yeah. No, it's just that's. Alright. It's like that scene in South Park where Cartman's like, Stan, you're really gonna do this? You're really gonna make me look stupid? Why are you gonna make me look stupid? That's so messed up, making people look stupid. You're bullying me. And Stan goes, because it's really funny. Yeah, that's why I'm doing it. Because it's really funny. No, you can't do that. I wasn't trying to post it on you in stream. I just figured you'd like it. Yeah, no, I'll check it out. Nah, I mean, dude, come on. It's too late. I understood what you meant. I know. It's all good, man. Don't worry about it. We're good. Like, no, I know you weren't doing that. The only thing I'm saying I want to watch it. Like, oh, we can watch it because I want to watch it. that's the only reason. Like, I'll break down my thought logic there. Oh, Meeps is telling me about this video. Oh, we should watch it right now. That's probably a really awesome video because it has to do with rockets. And I like rockets. So we should watch it right now. Wait, no. It's 2 in the morning. We probably shouldn't watch it right now. We'll watch it tomorrow. Yeah. Unpacked EJ thoughts. Yeah, don't worry about it, dude. We're good. It's all good, my brother. At least someone got the joke. Yeah, it's got electrolytes. Yeah. 2 a.m. is my favorite a.m. Oh boy, 3 a.m. All right. Guys, that's going to do it for me. Meeps, it's good to see you, buddy. How's the apartment going? You moved in yet or what? Real quick before I jet. Let's jet, man. Oh, you heard. I'm all moved in. It rocks. Having your own places. Tight. It's friggin' sweet, man. Because, you know, you could stay up till 2 a.m. and make all the fucking noise you want. It's great. It's great. I friggin' love it. Yeah, it's pretty dope. Yep. I really can't make all the noise that I want or else the lady downstairs is going to beat me with a broom. Yeah, so not all the noise, but some of the noise. Of course, me. Of course I heard. I'm a scavenger for information. That's what I do because I'm a nerd and slightly weird. Yeah. No, I read a lot. Dude, I know I got a lot of people fooled, but I was the quiet kid in high school. I was the quiet kid that just kind of kept to myself. Yeah, I know. I got a lot of people fooled nowadays, but yeah. Or poop on your bed. I can say with confidence, Bram, that I have never crapped the bed. Ever. Well, in my recollection. Maybe obviously when you were a kid, right? But yeah. Time for Tarkov? No. Bullshit. No, it would be human shit. No. I was living alone before. I'm just living alone in a bigger space now. Oh, word. Right on. Oh, okay. So, yeah, you don't have to worry about mom and dad. I got you. Yeah, I did for the longest time, dude. Or poop on your bed. Oh, you meant the neighbor downstairs. Yeah. I once crapped on another kid's kid. I've never done this, but I've seen someone do it. I saw someone, and keep in mind, this is 15, 20 years ago. But anyway, Meeps, I'm glad you moved in all right. That's cool, man. Moving into a new place is always fun. There's a spare room in case the boyfriend can get a green card. Hey, well, there you go. Sweet, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. Like I said, make all the noise you want. You know what I'm saying? Make all the noise you want, motherfucker. Anyway, Hibbit, this was like 15, 20 years ago. I saw a person, because I was it was in the auto shop. I saw a student take a shit and put it in the air intakes on a teacher's car. Keep in mind, this was like 2002, 2003, when you could kind of get away with that and just get a slap on the wrist. Nowadays, you get freaking treated like a terrorist or something, you know? Trying to get a job at 0G. Hey, all right. Yeah, there you go. Sweet. Yeah, I saw a student take a shit and put it in the cowl. You know, like where the windshield wipers are in a car, those vents right there? Yeah, waffle stomp through there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is a fucked up thing to do. Because that's the intake for the air conditioner. So if they turn on the air conditioner, it's going to smell like fucking shit. Oh, it's so fucked up. Don't do that. Just don't do. Dude, I saw some messed up stuff when I was in high school. Don't know if you saw, they're getting a new plane thanks to really cool astronaut investment. No, I haven't seen that. Cool. They have the 727 right now, right? The 72 is cool. My buddy flew on it very recently, actually. I was just coming by to say hi before bed, and I'm just going to say this. Sounded like that kid was you. You know what, Grab Shark? I saw a lot of shit, but I was a quiet kid. I never had the balls to do that. Nope, never had the balls to do it. I saw someone do it in auto shop, though, because it's auto shop and it's 2003, and no one gives a fuck. They got in trouble, don't get me wrong, but they got, like, detention or something, and that's it. You just got detention. Nowadays, you get suspended and, you know, like, oh, we're going to